January 15th, 1947. Leimert Park, Los Angeles. A young mother walking with her child made a discovery so grotesque, so horrifying, that it would forever change the sunny, glamorous image of Hollywood. Lying in a vacant lot, partially obscured by weeds, was the meticulously severed body of a young woman. Her body had been cut completely in half at the waist, drained of blood, and her face slashed into a gruesome Glasgow smile. The victim was soon identified as 22-year-old Elizabeth Short, an aspiring actress and known fixture of the Hollywood social scene, a woman whose tragic end would immortalize her as the Black Dahlia. This wasn't just a murder. It was an act of surgical precision and profound rage, turning a forgotten lot into the stage for America's most chilling post-war crime, a mystery that would consume LAPD and the nation for decades. Elizabeth Short had arrived in Hollywood chasing the quintessential American dream of movie stardom, but she spent more time working odd jobs, often struggling to make ends meet and frequenting local bars. She was a striking woman, known for her dark hair and penchant for wearing black. The moniker the Black Dahlia was rumored to have been coined by reporters fascinated by her dark attire and the sinister nature of her death, a direct reference to the film The Blue Dahlia that had recently been released. Her murder, committed with such theatrical and bizarre violence, immediately captured the public imagination, transforming her from a hopeful young woman into a tragic, eternal enigma. The crime scene itself was a nightmare of forensic difficulty. The body had been washed and drained of blood, leaving little in the way of conventional evidence. The method of severance, a technique known as a hemicorporectomy, suggested that the killer possessed surgical skill or at least extensive anatomical knowledge. Furthermore, the body was posed with an unsettling theatricality. Her arms were raised over her head, and her elbows were bent at right angles. The deliberate posing suggested the killer wanted the body to be found and wanted to send a very specific, terrifying message to the police and the public. The murder instantly created a media frenzy that was unprecedented for its time. Newspapers in Los Angeles, particularly the Los Angeles Herald-Express, engaged in a cutthroat circulation war, sensationalizing every minute detail of the case. They published gruesome photos, ran screaming headlines, and essentially drove the narrative, putting immense pressure on the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, to find the killer. This intense, sometimes irresponsible media coverage both helped and hindered the investigation, leading to an overwhelming amount of false information and countless false confessions. Indeed, the Black Dahlia case holds the record for the highest number of false confessions in American criminal history. Over 50 people confessed to the murder. Many were publicity seekers or people with mental illnesses drawn in by the intense media focus. The sheer volume of these false leads immediately bogged down the investigation, diverting valuable resources and ensuring that the real killer had an ample window to escape detection amidst the public chaos and media hysteria. The killer, however, did not remain silent. Similar to the Zodiac, the Black Dahlia murderer began to taunt the authorities and the press. The Los Angeles Examiner received a package containing some of Elizabeth Short's personal items, including her birth certificate, social security card, photographs, and an address book, all seemingly cleaned with gasoline. The package also included a note constructed from newspaper clippings. This direct communication confirmed the killer's calculated nature and his desire to actively participate in the investigation's narrative, elevating the case to a deadly game of cat and mouse. The LAPD and the District Attorney's Office focused on hundreds of potential suspects, ranging from doctors and medical students due to the surgical precision of the cutting, to scorned lovers and acquaintances from the bars Elizabeth frequented. The investigation was exhaustive, interviewing hundreds of people associated with Short, but the lack of a definitive link or solid physical evidence meant that every promising lead eventually led to a dead end. The killer's meticulous effort to cleanse the body and the scene proved devastatingly effective. One of the most persistent and compelling suspects over the years has been Dr. George Hodel, a prominent physician in Los Angeles. Hodel was investigated by the LAPD, and his son, Steve Hodel, a former LAPD homicide detective, later claimed his father was the killer, citing circumstantial evidence, diary entries, and connections to the dark side of Hollywood. The theory suggests Hodel's medical background explained the surgical cuts and his access to the means of cleansing the body. While officially unsubstantiated, the Hodel theory has fueled modern true crime analysis due to the shocking details involved. Another major suspect was Leslie Dillon, a former bellhop who worked at the hotel where Elizabeth Short was last seen. Dillon was linked to a writer who knew Short, and he even passed an initial lie detector test before refusing a second one. The pressure of the case and the intense scrutiny meant that while many were strongly suspected, the evidence was never strong enough to pursue an indictment, resulting in years of agonizing frustration for the police and the public. The mystery also highlights the darker underbelly of post-war Los Angeles. Elizabeth Short's life was one of drifting and exploitation. It is widely speculated that she was involved with various men, many of them powerful or influential, who could have protected the killer. The dark side of Hollywood, with its broken promises and moral corruption, forms the backdrop of this crime, suggesting a possible cover-up or a silent agreement among those in high places to protect one of their own from the scandal. Despite the case cooling, it was never truly closed. The gruesome images of Elizabeth Short's body became synonymous with the failures of law enforcement and the raw, unaddressed violence lurking beneath the veneer of American prosperity. The unsolved nature has cemented the case's place in history, transforming it from a murder into a cultural allegory for lost innocence and the death of the Hollywood dream. The enduring interest in the Black Dahlia case stems from its sensational elements: the beauty of the victim, the brutality of the crime, the surgical precision, the anonymous taunts, and the glamour of the setting. It possesses all the elements of a Gothic horror novel, except that it was chillingly, unequivocally real. The public's continued obsession is a testament to the fact that some crimes leave a psychic scar so deep that they can never truly heal. Modern techniques have yet to provide the definitive answer. Investigators have returned to the evidence, hoping that preserved DNA from the letters or personal items might finally lead to an identification. The hope is that the advancements in forensic genealogy, which have cracked many other cold cases, will eventually unmask the monster who committed this atrocity, providing the closure that the world has awaited for over 3/4 of a century. Elizabeth Short's face remains frozen in time, the tragic, beautiful victim of an unknown killer who remains the ghost of old Hollywood. Her murder is not just an unsolved case, it is a permanent chapter in the dark history of Los Angeles, a continuous question mark demanding justice.